So quickly I'll go through the last class discussion. Then I will start the today's contents after the discussion of the yesterday's content quickly. So we started discussing about what is synchronization, all right? And I had discussed with an example called producer and consumer. Producer process produces an item, consumer process consumes an item. But when a producer produces, when a consumer consumes, what about the value of the resistors which keeps on holding? So if you don't take care of synchronization, that means if the two students are singing a song, if they don't take care of synchronization, then we can hear a same song in two different tones. In the same way, if the resistors values are not taken care properly without any synchronization, then it results with, you can see in the last S4 and S5, this I discussed yesterday. So the count, it may be 6 or it may be 4. So it won't give a correct answer due to the problem. So this is called as race condition, I told you. So to solve this race condition, I discussed yesterday, the solution for the race condition is critical section problem. Three requirements are repeat, mutual exclusion, progress, bounded weighting. And how we can implement this critical section using one first solution is using software based, that is Peterson solution that I discussed yesterday, some content of it, and followed by hardware based solution, so where we used test and set method. Okay, then we used a swap method. Altogether we have implemented using this, test and set and swap. Finally we have implemented hardware based solution for the synchronization or to implement a critical section problem. Okay, now we'll take today then third type of solution to implement a synchronization, or you can call it as a critical section, is using semaphore. Okay, so what is semaphore? Semaphore is just as an integer variable and it has two operations, that is wait and signal. This wait is called by P of and the signal is called by V of. So the weight of that P of or weight of whatever, the first operation weight of function tells the process to wait whether the critical section is free or not. Signal, the function is used to implement inside the critical section whether the process is running, or if it's completed, then the signal will inform to the next process that it is completed. So this can be implemented, that means semaphore can be implemented using two operations. Okay, now in the previous it was taking a long busy waiting, so we are implementing this critical section, or you can call it as a synchronization, using semaphores. And how can we implement this wait? How can we implement this signal? So we can only be accessed using these two operations. Like look at here, this is the code of wait, this is the code of signal. So weight of yes is an integer semaphore. So here in the wait function we have, we'll check a condition called while s is less than or equal to 0. I mean the value of s is equal to 0 or less than 0. Then what we can do, no operations, means there are no process we cannot there are no process to wait. So keep otherwise keep decrementing, wait s minus signal of yes. So what we can do, we can allow the process to execute, so this will be incremented. So this wait is decremented, signal is incremented, and I can explain more with this. I'll show you in the textbook. Okay, so what do you mean by that? When one process modifies the semaphore value, no other process can simultaneously modify that same semaphore value. So that you need to keep it in mind when one process is modified or access the same shared process. For example, if the two processes are trying to access the same database at the same time, when one is modified, other has to wait until the completion of the particular process. So that can be ensured in this using semaphores. Okay, and the implementation I have shown you already. How can we implement this wait and how can we implement this signal? Next, I'll jump to this slide. Okay, so this semaphores can be used as a general synchronization tool. And here we have a different types of semaphores, counting semaphores and binary semaphores. This counting semaphore is an integer value that can range over an unrestricted domain. That means you can have any number of semaphores, like how many you want to implement in the system that we can use. If it is a binary semaphore, as a binary tells you, it can be only between 0 and a 1. That means it can be simpler to implement, but here counting it's having any number of semaphores value, integer value, so that we need to implement for some particular problems. But binary, it can range only between 0 and 1. This also known as this binary semaphores are also known as mutex locks. That means if it is 1, make it as true. If it is 0, make it as false, so that we can implement using mutex locks. So we can implement counting semaphores. Here I have told you as a counting semaphore using semaphore yes as a binary semaphore. So that means we can restrict only to the two values we can implement. So by providing what? Mutual exclusion. What is mutual exclusion? When one is in the room, I mean one is in the critical section, other has to wait. That's what the concept of mutual exclusion is all about. So we initialize semaphore yes, initialize to 1, wait of yes, critical section. That means the process will be waiting until the current process is in the critical section. Then we'll execute what signal? What signal indicates the process execution is completed. Then it allows the next process to execute. Wait lets other process to wait. Signal informs the completion of the execution of the process which is in the critical section. All right. So that means this counting semaphore can be implemented as binary semaphore, which provides mutual exclusion. Mutual exclusion stands for when one process is executing, other process has to wait, or when one process is modifying the same shared space, whatever, then other process has to wait until its completion. If both are trying to access the same database at the same time, then it results to wrong answers, as already we had seen in the where in the producer consumer problem. The answer is it leads to what? 6 or a 4. That's wrong answer. Now how can we implement this semaphores? It must guarantee that no two processes can execute wait and signal on the same semaphore at the same time. I told you already, it ensures that no two processes are allowed to execute wait and a signal at the on the semaphore at the same time. That means only one is allowed. If one process is allowed, that means other process has to wait. So this you need to ensure. I mean this semaphore ensures. So the implementation becomes the critical section problem where the wait and signal code are placed in the critical section. That means what we can do, we have to place the wait code and signal code into the critical sections. However, when we implement this, we would now have a busy waiting in critical section implementation. But implementation code is short, but this semaphore leads to busy waiting. That means what? The process which is keep on waiting has to wait for a longer time. So that leads to deadlock. I think I'll come to the next slides where I'll tell you. So that indicates what? Many applications may spend lots of time in critical section, and therefore this is not a good solution. Actually, it is a very simple and a short code to implement, but however, it leads a problem called as busy waiting. Here you can see the word busy waiting. So this, because both wait and signal are placed in the critical section, so that will be holded by a current process. It won't allow other process to execute at all. So what will happen? Some applications needs to spend a lot of time in the critical sessions, and therefore this is not a good solution what they're trying to say. So this you need to know about semaphore implementation. Okay, next I'll take semaphore implementation with no busy waiting time, because I told you already busy waiting is one of the problem in the semaphore. So what happens here, each semaphore there is an associated waiting queue. That means whenever a process is entered into critical session, you must assign some waiting queue. Each entry in a waiting queue has two data items. One is a value, another is pointer to the next record in the list. So value means some type of integer, whatever it can be used. Pointer to, which is used to point to the next item or record in the list. So we can perform two operations here, that is block and a wake up. So block means place the process invoking the operation on the appropriate waiting queue. So what you can do, which process you need to execute, that should be placed. And a wake up means remove one of process in the waiting queue and place it in the ready queue. So what happens here, like we used to keep the processes in the waiting queue. If they keep on waiting for the longer times, then you can wake up them. So when you can wake up, decide those timings and place in the ready queue. So two operations can be used to implement semaphore with no busy waiting. Remember this part. So previously it was only a semaphore, and this is semaphore implementation with no busy waiting. I repeat again. In this case, semaphore is it associated with some waiting queue, and it has two data items for each entry in the waiting queue, that is value and a pointer. And we can perform two operations in this category, that is block and a wake up. So block means, so we need to place the process invoking the operation on the appropriate waiting queue. So just place into the block the particular process. Wake up means if they're waiting for a longer time in the ready queue, then place them in a not ready queue, waiting queue, place them in a ready queue. That is wake up. So you can see the code here, how we can implement semaphore implementation with no busy waiting. So you can have implementation of a wait, implementation of a signal. So wait of face value minus minus, if value is less than 0, and here we add this process to waiting queue. I mean, we can block it until otherwise what will happen, some process which are waiting for our critical session has to keep waiting for a longer time. So if it requires some time to wait, just block them, allow the next process to execute. That's what the concept of implementation of the semaphore with no busy waiting. Signal is same thing here. So signal, call the signal function, implement the values. If value is less than or equal to 0, see here, if the value is less than or equal to 0, remove a process from the waiting queue. So when we can remove, when we can add, so when we can add, when we can remove, just now I told you here, block and a wake up. So when we can add in the block, when we can remove in the wake up. So block, when you can block, if the process waits for some time, then place them in a waiting queue. When you can wake up, if the process is ready for execution, then bring from waiting queue and place into the ready queues. That we are doing here. So you can see here, block function and wake up function. I think you're clear. So this code, they can definitely ask you, explain the implementation of semaphore with no busy waiting. You have to write this code compulsorily. So now I'll come to the next heading in the same semaphore, that is deadlock and starvations. So I think we will discuss, don't worry, in detail about deadlocks in the we have one chapter. So the two or more processes are waiting indefinitely for an event that can be caused by only one of the waiting process, then definitely deadlock occurs. That means the two processes are trying to access the same resource, and it is not it's not leaving, and that is not stopping to request for the process. If both are trying to access, then the deadlock occurs. Okay, so we can see some situation here. If let S and Q be two semaphores initialized to 1, and see the situations here, P0 and a P1, wait of S, wait Q, and here wait of Q and wait of S, and both are trying to they're waiting indefinitely for an event to occur. Okay, so they'll be keep on waiting. So that state is called as a deadlock. Starvation means indefinite blocking. A process may never be removed from the semaphore queue. That means here, if the process is in the critical section or in the semaphore, for example, if it